You're gonna hear some stories, good stories. Or you gotta hear the bad stories before you hear the good ones. Like, I'm not used to telling people about myself. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a grandmother of 7 grandsons. You know how kids get into the drug scene? Well, I waited till later on in life. That's not a good thing, but it happened. Yeah. Well, I had ran into an old friend at a store, and he said, you know, stop by. You know, I wasn't really thinking. So I stopped by, and one thing led on to another. And next thing I know, you know, I'm doing the stuff. And it was meth. A couple months later, somebody came to my house and slept for like 3 days straight. And I didn't know exactly what was going on. But I found out when he came to what was going on. He was on a binge, and he had to sleep. You know, he hadn't slept for, I don't know, probably a week. It really got to me because this person was really close to me. And I kind of did a little bit of investigating to find out who did this to this person. And one thing led on to the other, and I found out that this person at the store was the one who sold it to him. And I mean, when you go in the room and you try to waken this person up, and you can't do it. I mean, I tried throwing water on him, jumped on the bed, nothing. He just wouldn't come to. You know, you get to a point in life, especially when you're older, and you see something wrong or something isn't going your way, you want to try to change it. And that's more or less what I was trying to do, but I got carried away. Well, don't forget this part. Yeah. But the person that was in my house was my son. So when you're a mother, you know, you got to do something. I got busted. It was horrible. Horrible.
Was your picture on the front page?
No, none of it was in the paper. But you know, when the cops come rolling in, and you know they throw you to the ground, throw you to the floor, you know. After I went to court, and the judge could have sentenced me to 32 years. I thought, if you don't straighten your ass up, it's hard to tell where I'd end up. So I started doing things in the community. I have my album here that shows all the stuff that I have done since then, and what it takes to get off of the stuff. It just amazed me. I didn't really go into the DTs, and in the process, I got rebaptized and just asked the Lord to help me. On a Friday evening, my sister had called, and she wanted me to go along with her on Saturday to go help paint. And we went to the pregnancy center. And so they pointed us in a direction to paint. We went and started. And I was doing the trimming below, and she was doing the trimming up top. Well, she got done, and she went into another room, and somebody else came in, and they were finishing up little bits and pieces, and I started talking with that lady. I don't know, I just felt really emotional. And I started crying, and I told her, you know, that I had 2 abortions. And I went into another room and started talking with somebody else. And that was kind of weird because it was the preacher. And I was telling him about my story. And it just seemed like, you know, your past always catches up to you. So I've been trying to deal with, you know, me having an abortion and what can I do about it. Back when I got pregnant, I was underage, and it was mom and dad's choice. It wasn't mine. It wasn't fair that I didn't get to make that choice. But, you know, I have to deal with what mom and dad decided. I filled out an application for the pregnancy center. So hopefully I can go from there and talk to young girls. So, everything you do in life, especially when you're young, you're faced with it in the end. Well, I mean, when you get older. So everything that I have done in my past came right here. Well, I've come a long way, but in the past 10 years, I have accomplished a lot of things that I would never have been able to do on drugs. And I love my grandkids, and because of them, you know, that helped me get through the drug stuff. Watch what you do in life, because it always comes back to bite you in the ass. I don't, because it does.